Pontiff just to get this Blighted Agent off the table, and then we can go ahead and go from there, because hopefully he just doesn't have 2 Blighted Agents. So this loses to Mutagenic Growth and to Double Pump, but it looks like he's F6'd. And now we have Resto Pontiff as a line, and we have play Pia and Corinne into Resto Pia and Corinne as a line, so... I'm going to try and do a couple different time slots for sure. Like, I do daytime slots pretty often because I'm home during the day. That's really good. Huh. So we could actually lose this game now. It's unfortunate. So what's our quickest route to victory here? So I could wall... We could wall into a land and then resto wall the following turn. We could just play Pia and Corinne Nalar, but that's not great because he has Pendelhaven up. Like we're pretty exposed to just dying next turn, so I think I want to wall into trying to hit a land here. Because if we hit land or Path to Exile, we're happy. We hit Chord of Calling, so we can chord for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can chord for up to 4 here. We can also chord for Spellskite. So I think I'm gonna ship with Voice here. Do I want to ship with Voice? I don't have donation notification set up. I'm gonna have to do that for sure. I do see the donation here from Sean. I really appreciate that. Yeah, if you want input on a deck list, feel free to hit me up on Facebook or Twitter for sure, man. I always try to respond to as many deck list posts as possible. So we chord for 4, 5. We could chord for Fulminate here. So I think I'm just gonna do is ship the turn. So let's talk about it for a second. So we could attack with Voice and Pontiff. If we don't attack with Voice and Pontiff, it makes it pretty obvious that we have a chord for something here. But we leave up chord for Skite still, which is pretty good because that way we're probably not dead. I think I'm just going to ship with the Voice because then we can chord for Spellskite if he tries to kill us, or we can chord for Witness at the end step if he doesn't try and kill us. Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised if he blocked there, especially now that I already saw Pontiff. On his turn, we can chord for 3. That's another line, so we could end step chord for Fulminator Mage, Fulminator the Pendelhaven, and then untap, look at target player's hand. So we can see our options here. I think Esper Dragon is okay in standard right now. One of my buddies that travels with me played it this past weekend in Atlanta and finished, I think 5-1 or 6-1. So like average finish. Yeah, just feel free to add me on Facebook and ship the deck list on there for sure. Well, you are Storm. I don't think Twin specifically was like what was holding Storm out of the format. I think the fact that Burn gets to play main deck Eidolons is pretty bad for Storm. Like, so like the question you want to ask yourself for a deck, is it going to be good post bannings? Like, did it have an awful Twin matchup, and how does it match up against Burn, Infect, and Affinity? Because like those are decks that are going to get more popular. He can pump in response to the chord. So I'm not going to just chord willy-nilly here. So like if he attacks us with Blighted Agent, we're just going to take 1 or possibly 2 if he activates Pendelhaven. We're only chording for Spellskite if it looks like he's going to try and kill us. By 5-1 or 6-1, I mean he finished X5-1 or X6-1. So that means he finished 9-5-1 or 8-6-1. So like, you know, won about half his matches. So that's okay. Yeah, so if this configuration of the deck, you'll notice I'm playing two 2 copies, or it's not 2 copies, 1 copy of Eidolon of Rhetoric in the main. That really helps the spell-based combo matchups. You can also, I've added Sin Collector back to the sideboard. You can play that in your main deck as well if you really want to hedge the spell-based combo. And if you really want to beat specifically Ad Nauseam, you can play the Slaughter games that I've played previously as well. So the deck's really kind of tuned to be what you want. So, Might of Old Corrosa, we're dead to double Groundswell here. I don't think I'm supposed to let this happen. Yeah. If he has double Groundswell, he has double Groundswell. Are you kidding me? Alright, so we're going to file for comp for this event, regardless of whether or not we win, because Moto is a steaming pile of trash. So, I can't cancel out of casting Chord in this new mana changes, because I have added a mana with Wall of Roots. Great feature, Watsy. And now I can't apparently tap this again. So I can't actually Chord for 3 right now if I wanted to, because I hit cancel and needed to... And tried to cancel out of it. So I can't Chord for 3. Moto is not letting me Chord for 3. Can I cancel now? No, and I can't cancel back to here. Just when you think they can't possibly make the... And it kept the Wall of Roots tapped. It's under the known bugs. Great. So, like, they updated the build and released with a known bug that affects cards that see play in their competitive format. Alright, wonderful. I guess we're dead to Vines plus. If this has just become immense, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to take 7 here. And then we're going to get to Resto Pontiff on our turn. Blacklisting wasn't enough. Had to bug out our deck. You're not wrong. I'm glad there's 500 of us enjoying Moto in all of its glory, because like this didn't need to have a 1/1 counter on it. We don't have a Malira in the 75 because I think this matchup is okay without it. You're right. I'm actually just gonna file for comp in every event I play until I fix it, because this is, you know, and they don't tell me just not to play my deck. So like now we have to kill this Wall of Roots because their application is bugged. So we have to cast this Resto to blink this Orzhov Pontiff, and that wall should still be in play and have a counter on it. So now we can't cast... I missed a point of damage here. I should have attacked for 3 first. So hopefully missing the point of damage while I was ranting about Moto being garbage doesn't bite us. His Wall of Roots blood is on your hand, Moto. You're not wrong. That's exactly what is going on right now. So Pride Mage to handle this Ink Moth Nexus, or was it abusing a bug? So I guess I just have to really think about it before we tap anything, before we use Wall of Roots. So we just have to really, really think long and hard. Do we want to use it? Because once we've clicked it, we can't undo it. Once you've gone in, there's no going back. This attack with the Resto might be a little aggressive here. Yeah, I think maybe I'm supposed to hold this back to block in case something goes horribly wrong with this Quasily Pride Mage. So we could get punished for this. That being said, if we had the Wall of Roots that's in the graveyard right now, I'd just play this Birds of Paradise to block with. So if we lose this game, it's definitely because of the Moto bug, because this Birds of Paradise should be in play. But we can't. Man, almost 600 people watching. I really appreciate all the views, guys. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a reason to do this. Galera seems sweet in the matchup. Yeah, so I really want to have a flyer to block with here, so we could just get super punished here. If it didn't bug, Mom and Pop would be in play. Yeah, that too. So he could have Twisted Image into Protection Spell. All right, fine. So good. So we're not going to lose the game because Moto sucks, but... Hey, Torpoise. Yeah, I remember that match. That was a sweet event. Oh, we can't play the bird because we had to hold a mana up to activate Quasily Pride Mage. I will be in Columbus this weekend. The weather is looking great, so I don't think I'm going to have trouble getting there. I'm excited to be there. You are correct, Lizer. That's true. That would have been technically correct, given the situation that we got ourselves into. We should have activated the bird. The problem with that line is if we get, like, Twisted Imaged on the bird, things could go south. But again, like, we wouldn't have even had to, like, make those distinctions and decisions if, like, the Wall of Roots that should have lived would have just still been in play. I think Linval is cut. I haven't been liking it. How do we feel about that? I haven't tested any of the Eldrazi aggro decks in Standard, so I don't really have an accurate opinion on them. Quasali Pride Mage? Quasily Pride Mage? Quasali, it's one of those two. If he has Apostle's Blessing, we were screwed. You're right. If he has Apostle's Blessing, we were definitely screwed. Because we can't skite Apostle's Blessing. Ready to face down the Rally Mirror. Yeah, I mean, like, so interesting stat about the Rally deck. Like, I haven't been writing as much, so I didn't get to put this in an article, but the Rally deck was 19% of the Day 2 format, and the Rally deck was exactly 19% of the top 32 deck list, none of which cracked the top 8. So I think the Rally deck in Standard is actually just, like, thoroughly average. Like, the amount of decks it put into Day 2 also put into top 32, so, like, it wasn't an overwhelming win percentage by any means. Ink Black White Eldrazi. I don't know if it's specifically Black White, but I think some sort of Black Eldrazi deck will be reasonable at the Pro Tour. Let's play this bird out since we can't play this PN, Corinne. Mr. Teether, I actually tried a mono black or a black colorless Black Eldrazi control deck on my list of things for Atlanta. If you message me on Twitter or Facebook, I can post it later. I don't have the exact deck list on hand, but it just ended up feeling worse on average than my black white deck did. So I ended up not pulling the trigger on it. I mean, there were a lot of really good players playing the deck there, so I don't think that's a super fair assessment of the situation. We have a main deck Eidolon of Rhetoric, because Eidolon of Rhetoric is very good in a lot of the matchups that are difficult for Kiki Cord. Crumbles, probably. I'm not qualified for the Pro Tour. Really, I've only played in one Grand Prix in the last year. I went 9-5 in that Grand Prix. Mostly just play on the Star City circuit. One more cut. Voice is pretty unimpressive in this matchup. I don't know. I like playing Magic. Talking about Magic is fun, too. So I think this configuration is what I want to do. Other considerations of cards that might be reasonable in this matchup are the Crumble and the Fulminator Mage and the Reclamation Stage. I don't think I want any of those. The Coursers can kind of be suspect, but I like the card advantage and selection they provide. I'm really good at complaining about Magic. Check. Follow on Twitter if you want to see Magic complaining. Never have enough of that in your life, right?